unbeatable. You wouldn't be going to top 10. You're into the top 10. I must greet you.
Mark my words, this season of the Nigerian Idol, talking season 8, is going to be tough.
I'm the next Nigerian Idol.
I am filled with so much excitement. Like I feel like dancing like this. And that's because the top 10, this top 10 contenders, this top 10 talents are going to bring fire to this season of Nigerian Idol. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Lucy's Quick One. This time I'm talking the Nigerian Idol. Like what I just witnessed, what I just watched when it comes to this talent. I'm in awe of the beauty, the talents that these guys are about to bring down. All right, let's talk about what happened. So, of course, we know we are up to the final stage of the theater week and we are going over to the lives when it comes to Nigerian Idol. And then, this time, instead of the pair, the duo that we had last week, this time we're having each of them come to fight for a spot onto the live shows. And so we start with Savvy Henry. So as I talk about each of these contestants, I would really love to hear your opinion and your thoughts in the comment section. Now let's talk about Savvy Henry. I loved his performance. It was nice. However, I wanted more energy from him. I think that, it's not his sound or it's not his kind of music. But my advice to each of the contestants is, if you're going to be picking a song, please make sure that you are putting the right energy and playing the right parts when it comes to that song. But I'd like to say congratulations to him because he's one of the top 10. Now moving on to this young lady who got me dancing. Her name is Precious Mark. She comes to sing Ayo by Simi. I love the feats. I love the fact that she carried this song. Somehow in my head, I'm always thinking, whenever they sing a song that the artist is the judge or the coach, I usually wonder what goes on in the minds of the judges. However, I just loved it. I love the part where she was like, Ire, oh, Ire. I was like, I am Ire. Okay. Ire. She got the vibe. She got me dancing. In fact, her melody was melodying. Another thing I loved about Precious's performance is the Yoruba language. In fact, she made me love the language so much because she was just like basking and enjoying herself while performing. Well, congratulations to her. She moves on to the live shows. Now, the third person moving on to the live shows is Victory, singing No Shaking by Two-Face. When I talk about contestants when they come out to sing and they represent what they are singing, I love it. I love the fact that Victory comes up and then he represents that no shaking, giving that vibe of no shaking, nothing they happen, that kind of thing. But one thing I didn't really understand was the fact that while he was singing, at some point it was like he sung and then the instrumentals were not in sync. No shaking, nothing they happen, nobody. However, we had Simi, we had the band, they were all vibing with him. So I was like, okay, congratulations. Like I was not scared that he would move on to the next stage because Victory is that one person that I know will go far in this competition.
On to the top
10. Must greet you.
Now, moving on to the top 10, number 4 is Constance singing Positions. Switching positions for you. I remember how I said last week the judges were not wrong to have given Constance a chance. Now, I know some people were like, oh, it was cheating. Other people were like, oh, she deserved it. Now, I'm about to prove some of you who thought it was cheating wrong. Constance has the attitude, she has the swag, and as long as she keeps on going this way, she's going to go far. I must also commend her microphone control because that girl, talking about somebody still going far, I have Offset Daniel. He made it to the top 10 and he's singing a song from AG Baby. So catch me if you can. I loved how he switched from one tone to another. His performance was subtle and I loved it. Now, talking about somebody else that made it to the top 10 who also had a kind of subtle performance. Her name is Rainy. Thinking that nobody feeling bad. Now, she performed a song called Karma. And I remember Rainy from last week, in fact, upper week, when she made it through the audition. She was like, oh my God. She was so excited and she had this vibe. Now she comes in to sing something and she's so calm. She kind of reminds me of Gabby from last season. However, with the whole calm nature, I really want her to know that, girl, that sometimes you need to add the energy, but congratulations on moving on to the next stage. Now, talking about energy, this next person, I really thought that she was going to make it to the next stage, the lives. She sang a song from Tiwa Savage. Take a look. I knew that the band was going to say something the moment she did that split. I mean, this girl got the energy, she has the vibe, but she wasn't good enough for the judges, so she was asked to leave the show. I'm still talking about somebody who didn't make it onto the next stage is the second of the twin, Mina.
You will not be going to the top 10.
Now, for me, I think that it's good and it's not too good. The reason I think it's good is because, somehow I was feeling for Mina because he was going to be going on without Mura, and I don't know how he was going to feel without his brother. But what I mean by not too good is I know Mina is good. He can sing as well as Mura. But I guess that this is the end of the road when it comes to season 8 of Nigerian Idol for them. However, they can be like Savvy Henry, who didn't relent and came back. So probably by next season, we'll be seeing much of Mina and Mura again. Another contestant that got my head spinning is this lady. Her name is Quest, singing Flowers by Miley Cyrus. I'm about to say something. In fact, let me just say it. I know that the title of the song is Flowers, but did you notice how there was flowers on her hair? I mean, these are the kind of things I talk about when I say dress the part. And her attention to detail just got me. She represented. I love the way she carries the song. I also love the part where she took the microphone from the microphone stand. I was like, girl, own it. This kind of performance is that kind of performance that when you are done watching, all you can say is, Now, moving on to another performance that made me say, it's this one. Baby, you can. TikTok lovers, come in here. Instagram lovers, come in here. Facebook lovers, in fact, come in here. Now, this next performance, you definitely know this song. His name is Abraham, performing one of the biggest songs on social media under the influence by Chris Brown. Oh, baby, you can. Abraham represented the artist. I mean, this guy comes in looking like Chris Brown. I always say it is very important for you to dress the part when it comes to this kind of competition. Like, it takes people on a journey. At some point, I was like, is this not Chris Brown's distant younger brother cousin? I mean, this guy came and he sang. At some point, I really felt that he should have had a muse, somebody to, help with the bringing out the beauty of that song, because that song is deep and a lot of emotions are in the song. But this is not the stage where they get to have muse or they get to have backup singers or more acoustics. However, this guy came and then he delivered. I loved it, and he deserves a spot in the top 10. This next performance, guys, hey, this is the reason I said that we are in for a show when it comes to the Nigerian Idol. Her name is Goodness, singing About That Time by Lizzo. Turn up the music, let's celebrate. Like, this performance got me dancing so much. I was like, ooh, that's how I feel. Because the attitude, her attitude got me pop, pop, pop. I must confess, I was wowed by the performance of Goodness, and I feel like she's one talent that has not completely loosened up. I can't just imagine what we're about to witness when it comes to Goodness moving on to the live shows. I mean, when this lady finally blossoms, you will say I said it, because that girl is a bombshell. Last but not the least, talking about those who made it to the top 10 on the Nigerian Idol is Chisom. Remember, Chisom was in last season and then he was out, and then he comes back to reclaim his mandate. I am so happy for him, and I say a big congratulations to him as he moves on to the next stage. Guys, there were other contestants who didn't make it to the next stage.
Akinwande, I'm sorry to tell you, today's the end of the road.
Unfortunately, you will not be going further on the competition.
Better luck next time. But for those who made it onto the live shows, I'm talking Savvy Henry, I'm talking Precious Mark, I'm talking Victory, Constance, Ose Daniel, Rainy, Quest, Abraham, Goodness, and Chisom. I can't wait to see what these guys have in store for us going on to the live shows. Somehow the judges were a little bit but I kind of like it. Let me know what you think about all these performances in the comment section, guys. I got you with more right here on this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing week, and remember to enjoy every moment.